Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2024 DMF Annual Spring Benefit, Lifting Hearts, Changing Lives. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Carla Sullivan. I am the Marketing and Disability Awareness Director for Daniel's Music Foundation, but I will also be your MC for the evening, so welcome. To everyone who's here tonight and to everyone who is joining us from home, thank you. We really appreciate you taking the time to celebrate with us. During tonight's program, you will enjoy 3 incredible performances. You will meet this year's honorees, and you'll learn how as an organization we're committed to providing access to music for all, both here in New York City and throughout the country. Beyond that, we're going to illustrate tonight how we've expanded our disability awareness platform pretty significantly since we were last together. It supports, all of which supports our free music programs in person and online. So for example, in July, we launched Just Call Me By My Name, a record label for musicians with disabilities. It's distributed by Global Artist Services company, The Orchard. Our label now has 6 artists, with new singles releasing in June and July, some of which we'll be performing tonight. Woo! On June 1st, we've been designated as the 2024 beneficiary of the Scarsdale Music Festival. Our record label artists will be performing on both stages, so we're super excited. So if you're in the Westchester area, you can come and join us on June 1st. On July 12th, in celebration of Disability Pride Month, and in partnership with Bethel Center for the Arts, we will be hosting Hello Inclusion, a one-day, all-encompassing music festival hosted on the historic grounds of Woodstock 1969. And on October 19th, the 5th Annual Danny Awards, our annual global award show that recognizes musicians with disabilities, sponsored once again by our dear friend Renee Plessner, will take place at Town Hall this year. We're moving on up. So be sure to save the date for everything. I think it's time to let the music do the talking. So let's get started. All right, please join me in welcoming members of our in-person and online music classes as they kick things off with a lively and powerful performance of I Feel Like Dancing.
I like to dance and it looks like this. I like to dance and it looks like this. I like to pop and lock and hit you with a little bit of robot. Gotta hit it, get it, love it, live it, get a little silly with the lyrical ridiculousness. I like to shake a leg. I like to nod my head. I like to walk into a party with a pirouette. A little move goes a long way, like a soul train line in the hallway. It's your way, my way, all day. My kind of magic is automatic. I feel like dancing. I feel like dancing. Even if it's raining, I'm not complaining. I feel like dancing. 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 Every time I feel myself getting frantic, Maybe too much coffee did it. I bump up the music, bump up the click. I pick up the speed till I'm deep in it. Then I give it a half tip, and just like magic, I feel like I'm back and that my body's electric. I'm feeling elastic and super fantastic and flipping like I know gymnastics. I like to shake a leg. I like to nod my head. I like to make a snow angel while lying in my bed. But don't give me no smooth talk unless you got a good moonwalk. And smile with your hips, smile with your hips, smile with your hips. Ah, my kind of magic is automatic. I feel like dancing. I feel like dancing. Even if it's raining, I'm not complaining. I feel like dancing. 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 Now everybody freeze. I like to dance and it looks like this.
I like to dance and it looks like this.
Yeah, looking good. We like to dance and it looks like this. Come on. Smile with your hips, smile with your hips, smile with your hips. Ah, my kind of magic is automatic. I feel like dancing. I feel like dancing. Even if it's raining, I'm not complaining. I feel like dancing. 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 We 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 feel like dancing.
Now that is how you get a party started. Let's give it up one more time for our in-person members and our online members on the screens. Oh, that was fun, wasn't it? All right. Now, you may or may not know that that song is actually by Jason Mraz. Singer-songwriter Jason Mraz? Let's hear what he has to say about it.
Wow, what an honor and a privilege to have my song brought to life in such a beautiful and meaningful way. Thank you so much, and congratulations to all the dancers on such a wonderful performance. I'd like to personally invite everyone to celebrate Disability Pride Month at Hello Inclusion on Friday, July 12th. The event will be held at Bethel Woods Center for the Arts and will foster a community of inclusion and creativity with activities all day, followed by my concert that evening. I can't think of a better way to celebrate inclusion than through the universal language of music held at the original site of the Woodstock concert. I hope to see you all there, and I hope we get to do a little bit of dancing together. Thank you so much.
And we hope all of you can come join us on the 12th. Okay, next up, please welcome in joining me to this podium, Mr. Daniel and Ken Trush, DMF co-founders.
Welcome everyone. It's great to see all of you this evening, both here in person and online.
As you can imagine, these are exciting times here at DMF, and we're really looking forward to the music festival on July 12th.
It's going to be an amazing day. Our record label artists performing, a 3-hour dance party, a drum circle, and more.
Plus, as you already know, the Jason Mraz concert is that evening. You can learn more about that day's events at our table in the back. But truly, it would not have been possible without two very key and special people, Eric Francis and Scott Major. Please welcome them.
Yeah.
Clap your hands, 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 yeah, clap your hands. Hey, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah.
Dad, are you having a flashback?
It does bring me back, Daniel. Although I wasn't old enough to go to the original Woodstock, maybe, I was always in awe of all the artists that performed there. And I have to admit, I'm really excited about the upcoming music festival. But with that being said, this festival would not be happening without our partner, the Bethel Woods Center for the Arts. I'm pleased to introduce you to the Chief Executive Officer of Bethel Woods, Eric Francis.
Francis. Thanks so much for coming.
Absolutely. Well, that short clip that you just saw actually has a lot of great information that gets overlooked about Woodstock. First of all, when people think about Woodstock, you think about mud, you think about hippies, you think about drugs, you think about tie-dye. None of that was in the video. It was a slice of America, everyday people out in that audience. And you also had an emerging artist, a 28-year-old Richie Havens, who you saw and heard, who sang every song he knew and then had to create one in the moment because he ran out of songs to sing. Woodstock should have been a disaster. When people are grouped up, that many people in the heat, and to get to Woodstock, it should have, society breaks down and things like that, but it didn't because it was predicated on 3 days of peace and music. So Bethel Woods is tasked to preserve those stories and that legacy. And there's no better way to do that because we are so aligned with Danny's Music Foundation that we want to provide experiences for people to meet new artists and see new artists, but also for artists and the audiences to connect, which is what happened in that very special 3 days back in 1969. So we'd like you to join us on July 12th for that special day at the Jason Mraz concert. And one last thing I just wanted to add. It was about a year ago that I met the Trush family and Danny. And we were in the conference room of our museum. And I have a lot of people that come to see me about doing festivals and putting on events. And I usually go in those meetings with a lot of cynicism and skepticism, low expectations. And in that meeting, Danny opened it up before we even really said hello by singing a song. And that's some type of chutzpah that only people like Danny and Richie Havens has to be the first one to take the stage in '69 when beer bottles could have been lunged at you. So we're very happy to do this event. We're very excited for it, and we invite you all to come. So thank you very much. Thank you to the Trush family for everything you did.
And now, I'd like to introduce you to one of our board members, Scott Major, who is the Chief Marketing Officer for Deloitte Consulting, as well as our lead sponsor for Hello Inclusion. I've known Scott since he was a creative designer at his very first job out of college. And it's great to see how his career has blossomed and advanced over the years. I consider him both a colleague and a good friend. Please welcome Scott Major.
Deloitte is, I've been at Deloitte for almost 25 years since I stopped working with Ken, and it was probably only maybe a year ago that I really reconnected and understood what Daniel's Music Foundation was doing, and Ken asked me to get involved, and I could not have been more excited, and I've gotten more out of this than I'm sure I've given them, but we're so happy to be involved. Deloitte's proud to be the lead sponsor of Hello Inclusion. Events like this really align with our company's broader purpose, which is to make an impact that matters. As a almost 500,000 person strong organization, we're built on the unique perspectives of so many different kinds of people, and we truly value and celebrate all identities. Diversity, equity, and inclusion are at the core of our values, and we see this festival as a really natural alignment to those principles, especially as we work to create a culture of authenticity and belonging to members of this community during Disability Pride Month in July. While we probably won't have the crowds of the original Woodstock for this first Hello Inclusion Festival, it will be rooted in the same spirit, passion, and commitment to social change as the original Woodstock did in 1969. We're hopeful that other companies and organizations follow suit and support this incredible event so that year after year we can use it to make a true impact that matters. So the Deloitte team and myself really look forward to seeing you all there and sponsoring this event. Thank you.
Now I heard Scott say there was 500,000 people at Deloitte. And if I equate that to how many people at Woodstock, we might have something going there. There you go.
Let's hear it one more time for Eric Francis and Scott Major.
Everything we do at Daniel's Music is focused on moving the needle, both on an individual level through our music programs and a more global level through our disability awareness programs. We seek out the best in everyone and to not have any preconceived notions or judgments. We are curious and believe everyone has talent and a purpose. I related to this quote by Sir John Whitmore, an author, a pioneer in the executive coaching industry, and race driver. How's that for a diverse background? He said, to get the best out of people, we have to believe the best is in there. But how do we know it is? How much is there? And how do we get it out? I often shudder on what Daniel's life might have been like had he not had the support that he had and the personal drive and perseverance that he inwardly possesses. Back in 2004, before we started Daniel's Music, Nancy and I were thinking about Daniel's future. So we contacted a New York State agency and waited over 2 months for an appointment. The day of the appointment, we waited for another 2 hours, and this is what they told Daniel. Do you remember?
Yep, they said maybe your son could be a dishwasher.
How long did they spend?
They spent maybe 5-10 minutes with me, and they said maybe I could be a dishwasher. But I wouldn't even be a good dishwasher because my left hand spasms, so I'd probably end up breaking more dishes than I washed. Thank you.
Now, there's nothing wrong with being a dishwasher. I was a dishwasher when I was in college. But all his talent would have gone unnoticed had we gone through the system. It has driven us in Daniel's Music to be passionately possessed, to find that spark and that talent that we are fortunate to see every day, and not make assumptions about people or label them. Sometimes you just need to think outside the box. And at DMF, we are doing just that by collaborating with one of our instructors, Brian Culligan, in developing accessible devices and instruments to assist those members that may need some additional support in expressing themselves. If you have not done so already, I encourage you to visit the table in the back to meet Brian, Stephanie, and Zarek and see some of those amazing instruments and devices that have been developed. Our next artist certainly has declared to the world what is possible. He was born in Romania without arms, was adopted from an orphanage at the age of 2 and brought to the U.S. He started his musical journey at the age of 8 by learning to play the cello. He also taught himself the guitar, electric bass, and basic piano. Today, he travels the world sharing his story and music. He lives in Virginia with his wife and 2 sons.
We are honored to introduce to you one of our record label artists, George Dennehy. Thank you.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. It's an honor to be here, and I'm just very blessed to be a part of the DMF family, and I love being here tonight and being able to meet so many people. And I just want to say real quick, you know, when you meet somebody for the first time, there's a certain act that people do a lot, and it involves shaking a hand. And personally, I love this moment because it happens to me all the time when people meet me for the first time and they go to shake my hand. And it becomes just a very awkward, but to me, funny moment because it happens so often. But for you, I get to just stand there and wait, see what you're going to do. It's so fun. But all that to say, you know, I'm just honored again to be able to be here and to stand with DMF and what they stand for and this community that they've built. And music has been such a huge part of my life and helped me through so many different challenges in my time, and especially as a student. And you know, a lot of these students go through a lot of challenges, and music and this community is so big and so important for them. So just think about that as we go throughout the rest of the night, and you're thinking about how you can get involved, how you can give, and how you can be a part of what DMF is doing. Just give with a generous heart. And I want to share a song that I wrote called "Stronger," and it's essentially about this idea that we all go through things in life. We all go through hard times. We all go through challenges. We're all disabled in our own ways, but it's those times in our life that can build us, or they can break us, and they can make us stronger. And sometimes that's what we need. We have to go through the dark times to really appreciate the light. So this is called "Stronger."
Trails of tears and open scars of all the enemies you have to face. The one inside of you can't embrace. Thousands of desperate prayers that seem to go nowhere. With every door that closes, one will open, but you won't see it if you don't keep on hoping. We all fall down. We're lost but found. To see the light, you've gotta face the dark, 'cause that's when you find out who you are. The fire will burn, but on the other side you'll learn that when life gets harder, you get stronger, you get stronger. We've got our wins and losses. We have to bear our crosses. Life's a miracle with no mistakes. Like every star in the sky, you've got your own place. We all fall down. We're lost but found. To see the light, you've gotta as good as I wanna be tomorrow. I'm better than I was a day ago. But not as good as I wanna be tomorrow. I'm better than I was a day ago. But not as good as I wanna be tomorrow. Better than I was a day ago. Not as good as I wanna be. We all fall down. We are lost but found. To see the light, you've gotta face the dark. 'Cause that's when you find out who you are. The fire will burn, but on the other side you'll learn that when life gets harder, you get stronger, you get stronger, you get stronger, you get stronger. Thank you. Take a bow, brother. Take a bow.
And now, please welcome to the stage, Harry Santa-Olalla.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for that lukewarm reception to the stage there. That was, having just seen George's standing ovation, I was about to run up just to catch the tailwind of that standing ovation, just to know what it feels like to truly be loved. I get it? No, no, no. I'm going to give you one more shot at it, all right? Give me 1 second. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Harry Santa-Olalla. There it is. I'll take about 20% of the reception George got. That was absolutely incredible. Thank you very much. It's the perfect setup as well for the fundraising element of tonight. And actually, as George mentioned, just give hard. Just give deeper than you imagined you were going to tonight. Because tonight we're funding something that is just absolutely, it should be just a human right to everyone. Music is the international language. Everyone should have the right to indulge in it. And that's what tonight is. Can I get a little bit more light on them? I want to see the whites of their eyes. And who's been to this event before? Can you just wave at me, let me know? And who's new to this event? Welcome, who are you? Wave at me. What, like 7 of you? What's going on? Well, I'm new to this event, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be here. There are actually a few familiar faces here tonight from other events, which is nice to see. One of you definitely didn't know who I was. You know exactly who you are, sir. We were just making small talk over here, just waiting for some food, and I sort of said, so what do you do? And he very proudly declared he's a banker, that he is in finance. And I said, well, you know what? That's actually perfect, because I'm the auctioneer tonight. And he was literally, without missing a beat, well, the bank's not doing very well at the moment. So, and look, I'm not going to call you out, even though you are on a VIP table. That wouldn't be fair to James on table 17. But can everyone do me a favor? Can everyone grab your paddle? Because I'm not an idiot. You don't want to see me, right? We want the music. I want the music. We want the performances. But we've got to keep this super efficient, but it has to be effective. It can only be effective if everyone follows their role to the T. So can everyone grab their paddle? Your paddle should have your name on it, or at least your initials on it. Those of you who are awarded a gold star tonight will have it in their jacket pocket, ready to go. Can you just wave your paddle at me just so I know you're in a position to give? This table here is doing terribly. We've got one out of 11. This is criminal. On the right-hand side, can you just wave your paddles at me just so I know you're in it? Don't worry, you're not bidding on anything. Don't worry. Just put your paddles in the air. I'm not going to charge you. It's all good. Okay, we're going to start with a trip to Tuscany, okay? Yeah, so here we go. It's on the big screens to my right and to my left. Oh, yes. Okay, so there's a little bit of noise, which is good. Okay, so I'm going to give you 5 seconds to digest what you're seeing on the screen. Shh. Are you ready to go? Okay, sorry, I hate shushing an audience. Here we go. The numbers really matter. So it's 8 people. Immediately, you're bidding on behalf of 3 other couples or what. Take the win tonight and split the cost. 8 people for 7 nights. You have 2 years to book this. There are no blackout dates. No blackout dates at all, okay? How can they do that? I see you ask. Yes, perfect timing. The reason they can do it is because they have 17 private villas to choose from. Let's have a look at one of those villas, shall we? Look at this up here. Look at that exposed Italian beam up there. Absolutely span. That villa is older than America, okay? Every day you are going to be indulging together in these spectacular villas, but it is hot in Tuscany, so you're probably thinking, Harry, it would be nice to have a swimming pool. Remain calm. There we go. Private swimming. I love that they say it's a private pool as well, as if you're going to have little Italian boys running around. Buongiorno. No chance. These are private luxury villas. Every day you're going to have a breakfast cooked for you in the villa by a Tuscan chef. It's unlikely to include that very American-looking waffle. However, everything else on there kind of makes sense. This is a Tuscan chef coming to your villa every single day. On one of the days, you're going to do a wine tasting experience. Here we go. Here's a bunch of hands holding some wine glasses just to prompt you. And then on one of the nights, they're going to do a cooking class in the villa. So this is your chance to celebrate the anniversary or the wedding or the engagement or whatever it is you're celebrating. Maybe it's you and your partner and 3 other couples, I don't know. Maybe you're taking the kids on holiday and just sort of ruining the whole experience. Whatever it is, you're going for a whole week. The best part, it's in Italy, you see that? And Italy are still using the euro because they're idiots, really. The euro's tanking. You can literally buy Italy for about 100 grand right now. Like that, you could buy all of that. We're going to start the bidding for 8 people at $10,000, and I'm going to open the bids myself at $10,000. Can we get some light in here as well? I'm looking for $11,000. We're going to go up in $1,000 increments. Who's with me at this should be going for about $20,000 minimum, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. We're at $11,000 bid. We're at $12,000. 12 on the right. We're at 13 here. 13 bid. 14, welcome at the back. Love to see it. 14,000. Sorry, I went over you. We're now at 15,000. Are we in? Go for it. 15 bid. We're now at 16,000. That's only $2 grand a couple. If you're not bidding, can you get behind them at $16,000? Are we in for 16? This is a no-brainer. This should be going north of 20. Are we in for 16? 16 bid over there. We're now looking for $17,000. Are you sure? We're selling once at 16. Selling twice at 16. And ladies and gentlemen, we are interesting. Just out of curiosity, we're at 7. Did that just come in? $17,000 bid. Where did you sneak in from over here? A little silent assassin. Okay, we're at $18,000. Are we in for 18? Yes, yeah, 18 bid. We're now at 19,000. Otherwise, we're selling once at 18. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the good news. I'm allowed to sell this more than once. So we're at $18,000. If I sell it twice, we'll make $36,000. Are we in at $18,000? One of you just put your paddle up right now. There it is, 181. And paddle number 315. Are you in as well to make it 3? Are we allowed to sell it 3 times or not? Yeah, we are. We're allowed. If you wanted at 18, you just have to put your paddle in. It's just an extra $1,000, which is like a cappuccino in New York City. Just go for it. These are memories to be made. We're going to make $48,000 or something. Is it more than that? Where's my finance bro? Where are you, sir? Are we in or out? We've got 5 seconds. Nope, fair enough. We've sold it twice at $18,000. That's 36. Okay. Onwards. We're now heading on a cruise. This is it. The final item. The last opportunity to bid in the live auction. The cruise. This is a Broadway cruise. So this is actually like a really awesome 4-day experience. The Broadway Cruise 3 will be sailing from Miami to Mexico on the 31st of March to the 4th of April in 2025. It's a spectacular cruise. You are going to be immersed in some of the best Broadway performers throughout the whole experience. You're going to be taking part in all sorts of dazzling, immersive workshops, interactive panel discussions. You're going to be learning the tricks of the trade. There's a Broadway karaoke. The Broadway Cruise 3 combines luxury of a round-trip cruise and the celebration of Broadway, which is one of the best parts of New York City, I think we can all agree. Let's start the bidding. It's for 4 days. Let's start the bidding very low at just $1,000, and we're going to go up in $500 increments. Who's with me at $1,000? That's $250 a night, by the way. I've just done the math for you. No one in at $1,000. Okay, like 5 paddles went up at the same time. Okay, we're at 1,000 here. We're at 1,500 now. This is a Broadway cruise. 2,000. Are we in for 2? $2,000. Are we in? $2,000, otherwise we're selling once at $1,500. Selling twice at $1,500. 2,000 bid, we're at $2,500. We're tapping out. Selling once at 2, twice at 2. Do we have anyone at $2,500? Otherwise we're just going to crack on, get to the appeal, because I know that you are here for the performances. We are sold at $2,000 back here. Wasn't quite what I was hoping for the cruise, but the bidder number, very good. Well, Susan's got them. Okay, do we have the bidder number for the cruise? What is the bidder number? Okay, it's a secret apparently. That's fine. Right, we're about to do the appeal. We're about to do the appeal, but before we do the appeal, it's really important we get this bit right. Can we please stop the food service just for 3 minutes while we do the appeal? Because the whole event comes down to this moment. Everything comes down financially. It will make or break tonight. So please, please, please pay attention to the big screens. We've got a short video, and then I'm going to do an appeal. And I encourage everyone to get involved. Thank you very much.
Daniel's Music Foundation, changing lives through music since 2006. Since inception, we have been committed to making an impact on the lives of individuals with disabilities by building community through music. Now, DMF has a robust program offering that is designed to meet our musicians wherever they are most comfortable. To date, we have offered over 14,500 free in-person classes in NYC. Our impact and reach expanded significantly in 2020 with the launch of our online music programs. Over 25,000 participants have attended our free online events from 35 states and 10 cities in Canada. Our DMF On Demand channel includes a video library for people to enjoy from the comfort of their home on their own schedule. Since 2020, our on-demand videos have received over 250,000 views, with new subscribers joining every day. With the success of last year's pilot program, we have officially launched our free online music classes.
What is the note that we use to count to the number 4?
I don't know.
Oh, Nishay, very nice. It's called a quarter note.
A lot of different styles of rock and roll in the 80s. There was new wave, there was pop rock, there was glam rock.
As the largest growth area for the foundation, our online music classes expand our reach and impact well beyond NYC.
Everybody has their own unique voice. I cannot sing like you, Claudia. Nobody can replicate what you can do.
Lifting hearts, changing lives. Tonight, we are raising funds to support free, in-person and online music programs for deserving individuals with disabilities throughout the country. Together, we can change more lives through music. Thank you for your support.
Right, okay, so this is it. This is the last ask of the evening, and then we are just going to indulge in the music, all right? But, once again, can I just ask everyone to just grab your paddles? I keep seeing them on the table, and you're not picking them up. So can you just wave your paddles at me? In the far corner, I'm going to cover literally every square inch of this building because I made a promise to Ken and to Daniel and to Carla when I first started on this project. I'm not going to leave a dollar out there. So do me a favor, grab your paddles and wave them at me now. Now, let's go. Come on. Everyone, let's do this. We can make this absolutely count. We're going to start high and we're going to work our way down. And I promise you it's going to feel good to give. We're going to start at $10,000 and we're going to finish at 100. Just to plant it out immediately, those paddles went down. Someone's fainted over there as well. Okay. Sorry about that. I did actually tell you to have that. That's fair enough, fair enough. That's on me. Right, we're going to start at $10,000. Who in here is in a position to get us going with a $10,000 contribution in the appeal to set the wheels in motion, to prime the pump? Do we have anyone in here willing to make that donation at $10,000? Even if you haven't got a paddle in hand, I will send a member of staff over to you, and we will make sure you get dessert before everyone. Do we have anyone willing to come in at $10,000? I was told to start at 5, but we have one right here. What a legend! Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. 338 at $10,000. That's nowhere near enough energy. Ladies and gentlemen, if I just casually donated 10 grand on a Friday night and I got that miserable round of applause from over there, I'd be livid. Come on, let's go. It's $10,000. Let's go. This is good. That's good. All right. Does anyone else want to feel that level of love and adulation from 300 New Yorkers? Anyone else at 10 grand? Just go for it. I promise. We have one here. 184 at $10,000. This is good. That's 20 grand. We raised $20,000 from 2 people. There's like 350 people. We're going to make about $3.5 million at this rate. This is brilliant. Does anyone else want to come in at 10 grand? None of this isn't planted. I was told to start at 5. This is genuinely awesome. Anyone else at 10 grand? Just break it down. $1 a day. That's all you need. Just do it bit by bit. $1 a day for the next 10,000 days. That's it. All right, fair enough. We're going to drop it down to, wait, is that 10? $10,000! We got another 10. Was it the dollar a day? Yes! Amazing. 190 at 10. That's so good. Oh, this is so good. All right, all right. Anyone else at $10,000? Okay, we're now at $5,000. Who's with me at $5,000? Put your right here. 255 at $5,000. Good grief. What a legend. Wait, was there one here? Okay, 1 second. You were the naughty corner as well. I was like, they're very chatty over there. 351 at $5,000. Who else is with me? I don't understand why you're not clapping a lot harder. There's 5 grand on a fire. We're at 40 grand. Let's go. Let's get one more at 5 grand. One more or no one goes anywhere. We need one more at 5. Do we have anyone else at 5? Just indulge in it. I promise you it'll feel good. Anyone else at 5,000? Otherwise, we're going to drop it right there. 153. Don't be shy about it. It's good. Everyone's so bashful here. If I was giving, I'd be right out. I'd have tweeted about it. That's awesome. $5,000. Anyone else at 5 grand? Right here. 121. We're at 50 grand. This is good. 50,000. This is so good. Okay, right. Let's keep it going. Anyone else at 5,000? If I just keep asking, it just keeps coming. I'm not going to slow down. Anyone else at $5,000? Come on, we're in Midtown, New York City. $5,000. That's like 3 martinis in this part of town. Anyone at 5 grand? Okay, we're dropping it down to $2,500. Do we have anyone at $2,500? Paddles up, indulge, go for it. Wait 1 second. We did it all the way over here. Goodness me, you need an upgrade to the front table. Right here, 122 at $2,500. Get behind them. Who else is with me at $2,500? Come on, we can do more. Let's get, oh, right here, 252. Wait a second. That was 252, and then one right here was 122. Okay, sorry about that, Stephanie. Do we have anyone else at 2,500? 347. 322. This is so good. So that's 4. 309. Beaming. Look, she's literally bouncing up and down. That's, do you know what that is? Do you know what, okay, here's the wild thing about what's happening right now. This is, and I promise you, this is the most wild thing about altruism. That joy and elation of bouncing up and down when you're giving 2.5 grand is a real juxtaposition. It doesn't make any sense, right? Like, what are you thinking? I'm up here looking at you. You can't see you. I can see you. But the people who are beaming, the people who are laughing and having a good time and really having fun, it's the people with the paddles in the air. That's the crazy. They're giving thousands of dollars and they're bouncing. They're having a good. Why? Why are they smiling? It's not because they're giving thousands of dollars. They're smiling because it's the best feeling in the world to give back. It's the only thing that really matters. It's not owning stuff. It's not buying new things. It's not brand new, beautiful blue linen suits that you purchased earlier today. That's not real happiness. Real happiness is that. Does anyone else want to come in at $2,500? I promise you it'll feel great. Otherwise, we're dropping down. We're now at $1,000. Let's go. Just indulge. This is not a beg. It's an opportunity. Indulge. 350 at $1,000. This is good. 312 at $1,000. 124 at $1,000. 139 at $1,000. 305 at $1,000. 313 beaming at $1,000. 344 at $1,000. If you're not giving, how dare you not clap? How dare you not get behind them? 216 at $1,000. This is so good. Give me two more, and that's it. 345, 222. Look at that smile. God, this is it. Oh, 153. Wait, you've given again. 153. You're doubling up on that altruism. You're just topping up the levels. I love it. Anyone else at $1,000? I've only got about 90 seconds left. Let's go big. Let's fund this amazing organization. Okay, we're now at $500. I want to give everyone this chance. 326 at 500. 108 at 500. 217 at 500. 347 from the naughty corner at 500. It's been a very fruitful table, to be fair. 253 at 500. 340 at 500. Anyone else at 116 at $500? Missed out on the cruise, but you are sailing into the history books of altruism. Where else? 334, 261, 343, 260. I see you under those iconic arches. 324. Wait, this one here, I need you to raise it again. 130, nearly missed you. Anyone else? 314. Anyone else at $500? Goodness me. This is getting a little bit spicy, isn't it? Completely destroyed this new suit of mine. Okay. Anyone else at 500? Okay, we're now at $250. This really is it. Let's just do it. 177 at 250. That's good. 224 at 250. 336 at 250. 324 at 250 with a big beaming smile. 143, 337, 333, 335. Yes, go for it. No, put it up. 120, 138, 335. Anyone else? Who else wants to bathe in altruism? 339, 123, 129. No paddle. That is a crime. Can we please get a paddle over here immediately? She wants to give $300,000. No, just saying. $250 right here. We'll send a text to you very shortly. Okay, we're now on the final. Anyone else? And by the way, is someone writing these numbers down? Are we good? Yeah, okay, good. Can you imagine? Back to the beginning we go. $10,000. No, we're all good. It's all good. We're nearly there. We're on the final push. But before we do the final push, I know Tuscany was expensive, so I'm going to give a more modestly priced opportunity. Let's get Mexico up. This is 7 nights for 2 people, plus you can take 2 kids under the age of 12. If you have 3 children, then you've got a bit of a decision to make. 7 nights, Riviera Maya, Nueva Vallarta, Puerto Peñasco, and Acapulco. VIP cabanas. There's golf if you just want to sort of ruin the whole day. But you've got all sorts happening. I mean, it's unbelievable places here. We're going to start, it's 7 nights in luxury, starting the bids at just $1,500. These are just to have some fun. We're at $1,500. This should sell for like $5,000. Do we have anyone? 1,500 bid, 2,000, 2,500. We're looking for $3,000. Just go for it. Who cares? We're at $3,000. Otherwise, we're selling once at 2,500, twice at 2,500, 3,000 over here to 261. Sir, will you match it at $3,000 and we'll sell both? Sir, are you able to match that at $3,000? Yeah, 305. And what's your paddle number there? 261. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Another $6,000 added to the kitty. I've given it everything. But before I go, I just want to tell you one thing. Your paddles are now essentially, they are worthless. They don't mean anything anymore. That's it. Done. However, they can magically be $100 bills, okay? We have staff who are going to come in. They have baskets. The staff are going to come around and collect as many of these paddles as we can. Every paddle is now a $100 contribution. If you just want to say thank you for dinner, if you just want to say thank you for the music and give back to this amazing organization, please just give your paddles in to the staff who will be circulating. They are $100 bills now. Thank you very much. I've been Harry. You've been fantastic. I don't know how much we raised, but I think it was a lot. I'm going to hand you back to Ken. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Wow. I've never quite seen a person like that with so much energy. It was like a comedy act. Thank you for everyone for participating this evening, and many thanks to Harry for doing such a wonderful job in raising funds to allow us to continue to grow and expand our free programs. Consistent with our theme, if I could just have your attention, it's only going to be another 5 minutes. Consistent with our theme of facing challenges and going beyond them, I'd like to introduce to you this year's Instrument of Change honoree, Vault 49. I have been an advisor to the co-founders Jonathan Kenyon and John Glasgow for over 10 years, and their story is both interesting and inspiring. They met in college and were working-class street kids, obsessed with design and print. They decided to become night artists in London, AKA graffiti artists, going out late at night and sharing their creativity with the world by pasting a variety of their posters on subways, tunnels, buildings, and bridges, and then waiting to the morning hours to see the reactions of people as they pass by. Their tag name on all their art was Vault 49. Little did they know that they would be discovered by one of the building owners who tracked them down by their moniker, and instead of calling the authorities on them for defacing their property, asked them to bring their talents to designing the inside of their space. That moment was the start of their award-winning creative and strategy firm, aptly named Vault 49. This was over 20 years ago, and they now have offices in both London and New York City. Vault 49 has supported Daniel's music since 2016 and has recently developed our record label logo, Just Call Me By My Name, on a pro bono basis. With gratitude for their work and support, I'm excited to introduce you to the creative and talented geniuses, Jonathan Kenyon and John Glasgow.
It is truly our honor to present the Instrument of Change Award to Vault 49. With great pride and appreciation, we thank you for your ongoing support, passion, and creativity in developing a new look for our record label, Just Call Me By My Name. Thank you for all that you do. You are helping build a more equitable future for our musicians and are truly an instrument of change. Thank you very much.
Just want to say a few words. Thank you to the Trush family. So we met Ken many years ago when we were two young guys, a little bit wet behind the ears, moving to New York, and we were trying to start a design company. As Ken said, we came as kind of street artists and grew into the industry. But Ken has been very much a mentor to us. He helped us grow from two young men into the agency, the global agency we are today. So we have a lot of respect and fond memories with Ken. And that respect grew to love when we met Ken and Nancy and the wonderful boys, and they introduced us to Daniel's Music Foundation. And ever since then, we felt like an extension and a part of this family. And they've inspired us to do a lot of our own causes within diversity and inclusion. So we're really proud to be up here on stage today and very honored. But the honor is ours, really, to be a part of this family and to be at events like this as well. So it's been an amazing night. I feel like dancing, like that first performance we saw early. So thank you again for honoring us.
Yeah, and I'll just add from my side, we owe so much to Ken. Thank you. Vault 49 would not be the agency that we are today. I think I wouldn't be the person that I am today in some ways if it wasn't for Ken's guidance and mentorship over the years. And it is such a wonderful honor for us to be up here accepting a Tuscan villa in exchange for all of our support. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Nan.
It's hard to believe, but we're nearing the end of the formal presentation part of the evening. Thanks to all of you for your thoughtfulness and generous support, and for allowing us to continue to fulfill our mission of serving more of the most amazing individuals and musicians that we've ever had the pleasure of encountering in our lives. We could not be more impressed with their ability to radiate such joy as they express themselves and to continually show us what is important in life. We are truly grateful from the bottom of our hearts. Additionally, we would like to thank our amazing benefit committee, all 31 of you, for your hard work in making this our most well-attended benefit since we started. To our partners and sponsors for our upcoming events, Bethel Woods Center for the Arts and Deloitte Consulting for the Hello Inclusion Music Festival on July 12th, and for our lead sponsor, Renee Plessner, for the upcoming 5th Annual Dennehy Awards at Town Hall on October 19th. We would also like to thank our Board of Directors and Advisory Council, as well as everyone that donated the wonderful items for our raffle and auction this evening. Thank you. And of course, we would like to express our gratitude to Carla Sullivan, for her tireless efforts in bringing this wonderful evening together. We would also like to thank the other extraordinary members of the management team, Nadine McNeil, Gerry Powers, and Juliana Beekmans. As well as our amazing instructors and staff that are here this evening. Jonah, Martika, Stephanie, Vance, Alexandra, Brian, David, Jamie, Robbie, and Zarek for all their hard work. Without all of you, plus our wonderful volunteers, this evening could not have taken place. Thank you. And let's not forget the amazing staff at Guastavino's, Gala Productions, and Givergy for helping produce another special event. On behalf of my family and Daniel's Music and the growing number of musicians that we serve, we would like to thank all of you for your participation tonight, whether in person or online, from the bottom of our hearts, and for being so special to all of us. And now, to end the performance portion of the evening, please welcome Gerry Powers and my son Daniel, who will perform one of their original songs, The Good in Everything. I am proud to introduce to you Daniel and Gerry. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody. We wrote this song about 4 years ago, and we haven't performed it, I think, but one time in public, but we're really happy to sing it for you. Hey, Dan, what is something that happens if we look at the world with softer eyes?
We just might be in for a big surprise.
All right, here we go.
Sometimes we are too quick to judge. We're set in our ways and we just can't budge. When we jump to a quick conclusion, what we think we see might be an illusion. The one who we really are is a child. Sometimes it can be so hard. Underneath what you might perceive is another person who lives and breathes. If we look at the world with softer eyes, we just might be in for a big surprise.
Treat others the way you wanna be treated. Forgiveness and compassion are good counterparts for keeping kindness inside our hearts. Look past the wind, it's just a disguise. Don't miss something right in front of your eyes. See the person, not the misfortune. What's inside their heart is much more important. If we look at the world with softer eyes, we just might be in for a big surprise. 'Cause no matter what the new day brings, I'm gonna try to find the good in everything. Big-hearted people give of themselves, always looking out for somebody else. They're understanding, never demanding, learning, listening, hardly ever insisting. If we look at the world with softer eyes, we just might be in for a big surprise. 'Cause no matter what the new day brings, I'm gonna try to find the good in everything. In everything.
Thank you all so much.
I mean, seriously, amazing. I just want to thank everyone. This has been incredible. I wish all of you could be up here with us to see what you guys look like. Your enthusiasm is so incredible. Thank you so much for joining us. I can't even begin to tell you. So this officially ends the program, but the party's not over, so we invite you to have some drinks. There's going to be some desserts that are going around. The raffles will officially close at 9:05. I will be back up here at 9:20 to pull the raffles. If you're not here, we'll call you. But we'd love for you to stick around. And for anybody who has questions about Givergy in the process for the paddles, you could stop by the raffle tables and somebody will help you. Thank you so much for joining us in person and online, and we'll see you next year. Thank you.